Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Z James. This is Z32 Workshop, and this beside me, behind me, is my 1993 Nissan 300ZX convertible that I am upgrading the shifter bracket to the Z-Speed solid mount shifter bracket, along with the DBE or BDE, DBE Brett Dempsey Engineering BDE polyurethane transmission mount. This is part 3 of this little quick series. Hopefully I should be able to get the transmission solid mount in completely. Last episode I got this behemoth out, which is the other bracket, plus the shifter up and out of the car. I've got the other one into the car, just not bolted down. That's what we're going to do now, I think, after I put on my shifter. I may not get it into place, but I need to get it bolted in on top of the bracket, which is going to make it kind of floppy, but unfortunately that is what it is. See, I'm going to put this one on, and I think it comes with a bolt to go through to the other side for the other one. So we're going to go to the car and put that in right now. So follow me. We're going back to the car. I have a lot of this stuff set up to our part. As you can see, still from yesterday. We are doing this guy here. Normally I don't think I'd put the bracket on yet of the shifter, but I want to do it so I can do this and get the shifter in halfway decently before I put it in and work on it. That allows me the access to the things I need to do to work on it. So let's get you guys set up over here. All right, this guy, pretty straightforward here, to be honest with you. The first get up going around. So we're gonna, that is one bracket there. I need to get the other hole in, which is a bolt. The kit came with a couple bolts with the Loctite, whatever. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna push this bolt in, down there, put it into this guy here. Gonna tighten both these guys down. The reason I'm looking at this guy, for getting this to tighten down and cinch onto the solid mount bracket. I think we're tight there. Let's get the bottom nut here fine. Awesome. Notice how this still is loose, but not, I got no side-to-side play. We are going to rotate you down and in, and then we are going to try to get you in a position to get that bottom. I'm going to try to get this bushing back into place, these two bushings and the long bolt, the nylon nut. So let's give that a try. Because right now, I'm going to put these two bushings in. We're going to do it up the top here. That way and that way. See where I'm at? Okay. Let's see if I can get this out of here way. Now the shifter needs to be facing, the stock shifter has a slight bend in it, and it needs to be pointed back at the back of the car, so you don't smash it when you get ready to do it. It doesn't smash into this, into the console here. All right, now that's in. I need to get the, now I got it sitting there. I need to get this bolt in. Once I get the bolt in, I can try getting the nut on. By the way, did I ever tell you this is real tight cramp quarters make this happen? Now I gotta get the nylon nut on, which was a problematic last time as well. Because once I get this is getting to be pretty close to being in. Now holding the shifter up, which you can do, grab the nut. I'll show you guys where this is at so you can see better. Sorry that moving around the camera much, guys. You can see it right there. That is the end of the shift linkage there to get the nut on. Let's see if I can do that with my hand in here. Oh, come on, bad boy. You are so tight. Let me move this out of the way, everybody. Hang on a second. Trying to get a few threads started on the nut. And I've got it. Okay. So that's started. Now I can get, and this should work. Yeah, now we're tightening it. Like I said, you can do this in car, other than for getting the top bolts on the transmission. Taking care of that's problematic. And this is going to slower just because it's long-winded. There you go, that seems fine. All right, next up, editing from the cab to this. So far out of this kit, I did not use this little bolt here, which would be another one that the shifter could have had, but I had the factory one that should work. I also did not use any bolt for the bushing, because I used the old one, because that's what was in there to begin with. What's up next is actually mounting the bracket to the top of the transmission, which is done by these 4 bolts that are supplied. These look like they are 12 millimeter. They are 12 millimeter. That being said, I think we're gonna do probably bolt on bottom, nut on top. And I'm gonna take the extra precaution and hopefully be able to make it do. I'm gonna put some blue Loctite on it. Just so these don't rattle out and don't fall off. If I can find my blue Loctite. That is not blue, that is red. And it is leaked. This is blue. So I've got some blue Loctite, sorry. A little blue Loctite here to keep these guys from technically rattling off or anything crazy like that, because it's gonna be sitting on the transmission. I am gonna try, I might be able to bolt them from the top to the bottom, I'm not sure. I will just have to see how it plays out on the bottom side. There are 4 of them. The kit comes with 4, because the factory ones are just straight up bolts that go into the bracket. This bracket is not threaded, so we have to go through, hence why these are longer, to go up through the bracket. Which I'm gonna try, if I can, feed them through the top to bolt them down. We're gonna have to see how this plays out. I once again have a 12 millimeter socket with an extension to help me play with it. I'm gonna get my wrench here and then we can tighten it from the top too. So let's go onto the car and see what it looks at. So here we go. You can see the bracket. There's the bracket. I'm gonna try dropping the bolts from the top because I get my hand up there on that side just because the way my body's shaped. Get up in here, drop them in. Hopefully the shifter's not being a problem because it kind of is wiggle wobbly. And may mean you have to be picked up. See how that one's kind of off? This side is kind of on. Oh, there it is. We're gonna have to just play with this and get this to work. Because it's being heavy, you can see how I'm manipulating it from the top there. We'll get that in. But I think the bolts are gonna go drop from the top, nut from the bottom, because it will help center itself. Once I get one of these nuts going, it will be a lot easier, I would imagine. So let's see if I can do this. Or drop bolt. All right, going to the top. Okay, I've got one in from the bottom. That slides. So let's see if I can drop it from the top. Can I get my finger up there to do this from the top? Okay. Hopefully you guys can see that. And knowing that there's one there, let's see if I can get a nut thread on it here for a moment. Perfect. Okay, so that's that has started. Okay, that's helping out. Perfect, there we go. Now we're getting some more threads on it. Perfect. Now that I've got one side in, I can work on getting the other side. Oh, where are you at? Like the camera. As you can see, hopefully you guys can see, it's a little off. Let's see if I can fix this. Come on. See how it's sliding right there? You gotta get it off to the side. By the way, probably doing this on a car lift is a lot easier. My garage floor, not so much. Come on, bad boy. Wiggle in there. Oh, too much bit. Oh, not bad. Okay, now I want to try to get my hand in there to drop a bolt in from the top again. Hopefully you guys can see me fight and wiggle with this. Just so everyone knows, I am doing it from this side. Hopefully I can get it. Come on. Over there. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, camera. Let's see if we can get my hand in there. There we go. Another one in. Let's see if I can get the nut on it to help keep it secure. There we go. She's not secure, but she's on and not going anywhere. Which means there isn't much play on these bottom ones. Alright, we're going to try doing these bottom two here. Let's see if you guys can see these. Okay, so these are in. You can see those are in. I found it easier to come with the bolts to the top than in through the bottom, because then the bolts help self-center and you just push the nut on top. That's passenger side. Driver side I am still fighting with. I haven't really fought, but I need to get my hand up in there and just see if I do it. I may have to switch around to the other side of the car just because my hand doesn't like to fit this way to do this. But we will find out and see if she works. Alright, let's see if I can get my hand up in there to do it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to switch around. Alright, go to the other side of the car, guys. Alright, everyone, let's see if you guys can see. That's this side here. Oh, yeah, it's a lot easier to get my hand on the other side. Come on. What's going on? Oh, there's not. I feel like the tranny tunnel doesn't have as much room on this side. Okay, that's the back one. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm hoping you guys can see really good enough lighting there, which is that guy right there. I got it in. Again, put the bolt on. Come on. Oh, this damn O2's in the way. Get my hand up in there to hold the bolt down and spin it. Oh, transmission's just different shaped. Huzzah! Alright, that one's on. I need to grab the other one I tried left on the other side of the car. So I'll be right back, guys, if need be. Alright. Let's get you. So I can get my hand in there. Oh, there you go. Right hand for the right job. Let's see if I can get this started one-handed as well. Oh, we are in. There they are. There they are. I gotta tighten them down yet, but they're in. Let's get out the car and talk to you guys. Hopefully the video's doing right. Pain in the butt. I can tell you that right now. This video is gonna be a little long, but I'll have to edit a whole bunch of it out so you can't see me fight. I know one of the guys I watched do this decided to just show them putting it in a little bit and then be done with it. And not the fighting I'm doing. So I'm gonna stop it for right now. I'm gonna tighten the bolts down, and then put some goob, see if I can get some blue Loctite on them, just to tighten them in, and go from there. Other than that, huzzah! So hang on. Whoop, whoop, whoop. All right, now we're to tighten the bolts and nuts. Now, one would ask, how do you tighten a nut and bolt you can't see? Obviously, taking the bottom side of the nut, 12 millimeter on the bottom side, at least I think it's 12 millimeter. And then on the top, because I can't really get a wrench in there really well, I don't think, I have a set of crow's feet, which are these things. I bought them a while ago. Actually, I bought them for this car for specifically to do the air compressor. The AC unit, the AC compressor, because it was such a pain in the butt. So these are invaluable. I bought these 5-6 years ago. I don't use them often. When I do use them, they're freaking lifesavers. So what I'm gonna do is put it on this, for this guy up here, so I can slip on top of it, get it from the bottom. So that way I can go from both ways and just tighten it down. This captures the top side and torque it at the spec. I am going to go do that now. So you guys can watch me try to do that, fight under the car. Hopefully it's good footage for you. I really do hope so. So first up, crow's foot. Can I get onto it from the bottom? Let's find out. I think that's on. Next up is actual socket. See if I can get you on. Oh, stay put. God dang it. Hope you guys can see this in this. That's not my hand. Kinda gotta do this kind of blindly. What I'm gonna do now is just grab. You feel like you're just loose. So come up here, hit this guy. Hit it with the torque wrench, or hit it with the wrench, or ratchet, I should say. Oh, actually, that tightened down pretty good. Let's see if I can get the one across the way. Alright, so I'm doing this kind of blind. Alright, cool. Okay. I think these guys are all in. Oh no, they're all rotating now. Okay. So now I've got them down where they're fairly tight, but they're not locked. They're rotating, top and bottom are rotating away from each other. So what I'm going to try doing is using the crow's foot this time around to stop it from moving. If I can get my crow's foot up there to do the job. Up around. Oh, I am on. I feel like I'm on. Which means I should be able to do this. Oh, I think those are tight. All right, let's go check the shifter up top. That's pretty taut. Take a look. Now she's independent of the body. She's just riding on top of the transmission. No slop.
first, second, third, fourth, fifth. Oh, there's reverse. Flux I got there is just in the bracket itself, which isn't bad. I may retighten that, just so you guys know. I did find OEM screws to go back into these spots. And the next time you see this, I'll be putting things together. So hang on. Whoop. Boom. Back. Alright, I just rechecked the bolts on it just to make sure. Got a little bit better with the crow's feet. Sorry, it was kind of hard for you guys to see. I hope you saw something. The idea is to have this capture the top nut, or top bolt, and then do the nut on the bottom. It seems to work. It's pretty tight. No torque spec that I saw that was given on these things. So I just went to Ugga Dugga, make sure she feels good. Next up is going to be the shifter boot and plate. Going on, should use the factory hardware for the bolts and nuts to go back in. So let's go put that in the car real fast. Then we can clean up the interior side of this thing. Here you are. All right, so you take this guy, come down here. I am picking up these wires because I need to have them up out of the way. Down. And then the factory nuts and bolts. Should be 4 of them. All right, we're almost done, guys. At least with the ZC Speed Z bracket. Sorry for the slow monologue here, guys. I just want to make sure I get everything done and in before I go to the next project, which is going to be the DBE bracket. As you can see too, this cable here is a pain in the butt. I will need to get it out eventually, but it's actually snakes in under all the dash up in here and is on the rotate on this guy. So let's use a screwdriver here, just get you close. Not bad. No, it's a little slow, everybody, on this, but this should be a better feel from what everyone else tells me about these. So, okay, I've got that tightened up to go get my... There we go. That's nice and tight. This will keep out... Supposedly, the factory one has a bunch of different boots and stuff, which you saw me take out and remove. Oh, hands my arm out of the way. There we go. Second, first, second, third. Seems pretty good. Put the connectors back in for everything here. This is a little tight to do this. Maybe you can see it better this way. You guys saw me do it on a disassembly. Hopefully this works out well too. So this is a light. This is for the cigarette lighter, which is functional. This here is, this guy here is for the power mirrors or other various things from other various aspects. All right, put you down. All right, everybody, here we go. So we have 3 again. You got one here by the ashtray. Two on the bottom. And 3. Then shifter nut comes back on down. Trick's trying to get this rubber to look right, or leather to look right. There we go. Put the dash back down, or the instrumentation cluster, and put the 4 screws back in for it. 2. Oh. Hopefully you guys are seeing this halfway decently. I know I'm not talking a heck of a lot, and maybe I'll just put some music and hopefully speed this up. Put the caps back on. For trim pieces. There she is. Boom. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for this. Hopefully it wasn't too boring. I know it was kind of long and me fighting for it, and it took me a little bit longer than I wanted to. But the Speed Z solid shift mounter bracket is in, shifter bracket. What came out of the car is this guy. So you have this, which is the shifter. It sits on the end of the tail shaft. I know it's got a name, 100% sure. But it's a shifter bracket. Oh, shifter bracket. Doy. Also, 2 shifter boots come off, the upper and the lower, which were brand new when I did the swap because I didn't want the heat. So as you can see, one sits into the other. And then the also that left is the factory OEM shifter with bushing, since that's how that would sit. In fact, it would sit like this. Plus the 4 bolts that go with it, which I'm going to hang on to on the same side. That being said, ease of installation for this project, not bad. Just gotta fight little things. Getting your hands in tight spots are difficult, is what I would say. The other issue is just having to play by feel. I had gloves on because I know it was going to get dirty, and I really just needed the tactile sense of my fingers to make it work. Once I was done, though, it was fantastic. My only concern is these bolts right here, well, would be the nuts falling off. I will probably have to check them after this next race, jack the car up, just take a look to make sure nothing's vibrating free, keep an eye on them to do that. This next race is coming up here in under a week. When you see this video, the race may have already happened. So that's going to end this video. So this would be part 3 of the Speed Z bracket. Wow, I can't talk right now. Install, which I feel everyone sort of skips over in the painted up butt. It kind of is, just to get your hands to get the shifter out of the way, to get the bottom bolts in, and redoing the interior, which isn't hard. Just you gotta fight. If you have a lift, it's a lot easier. So hopefully it's better and gives them a little bit more direct feel on top of the transmission, as it should, because those 4 bolts are what's holding the shifter there to hold it. That's why I want to make sure I get them torqued. Hopefully they are torqued to a good spec. I don't know what spec is. I suppose I should probably maybe look that up, and I might tell you that in the comments below on what's going on in the description. Links for the descriptions of the stuff I bought will be underneath this. I got this stuff from Concept Z, God, last year. There's a video I did for it, might link it here. Me just saying, hey, this is what I bought, what I was going to put in. I didn't do it last year. I kind of ran out of time, and honestly, I wish I would have made the time because it wasn't super difficult. An easy afternoon would have done this very quickly. Me working after work or early morning, just not conducive to that schedule sometimes. So let's take a quick peek at what we got rid of and leftovers. So bracket, 4 bolts, nut here, 2 shifter boots, and the shifter plate. Another thing left is this nut and bolt here, and then this nut and bolt there. This would be for the shifter. This would be for the shifter to hold it down to this, because this is attached, is welded on to the car, or to that bracket. So hopefully everyone's finding this helpful and informative on this projects and everything I'm doing. If not, I'm at least documenting for myself on what I did, and either showed that I'm an idiot or a genius, because I don't know if there's much in between sometimes. So please hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video, which will be me working on the transmission mount, which after being underneath the car, I think I can do without moving the exhaust, which is a-okay with me.
All right, take care, everybody. See you in the comments or the next video. Bye.